I took you at your word when you said you would steal my heart.
One of my favorite quotes from the show has to be, "DNA doesn't make a family, love does." And that's just, it just really honestly like hit home. That is it. That is the definition. It doesn't even mean that your mom had to give birth to you to love you.
It doesn't matter if you have two moms or two dads or foster and biological kids, you know, it's all about loving one another and being close to one another and feeling as though you really have a connection with someone on, you know, a very personal and very touching level, a very strong level. I feel that exactly what they say is correct, because it doesn't matter if you're the same blood, as long as you really share that bond and you really love one another, then that's what matters.
And if I could describe the show in 3 words, it would be.
Oh, season 2 of The Fosters in 3 words, I would say.
Season 2 of The Fosters in 3 words would be crazy, intense, and different.
I would have to say intense,
Enlightening.
Drama.
romantic,
Really, really good.
It gets messy.
I would say heartbreak.
Tumultuous.
and fun. It's just constant fun and drama, and I think a lot of good things are in store for everyone.
What in particular gets messy? I just think all the resolutions that we set up at the end of season 1, I mean, none of it is smooth. I mean, none of it. You know, whether it's regarding Mike's character or Steph and Lena or Brandon and Callie or any of it, you know, or Jesus. Jesus has a great storyline in season 2.
There are things from this season that are so different from last season that the characters almost feel like new people.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's so exciting and so dramatic, but that's what it is. It's really, really good. There's so much going on and so much happening. It's hard to keep up.
To me, family means accepting someone for who they are, no matter what, and loving them unconditionally, regardless.
Love and trust makes family, and commitment. Love, trust, and commitment. Because, you know, one of the things that I've learned from family is that sometimes you do things you don't necessarily want to do for the greater good.
Jesus is always so protective of his siblings, and I think you really see in the show that he will not let anything happen to them. They're doing things that every kid does. They're going, you know, they're going out, they're going places. So for them to really be going out together is something that shows them as a unit. It shows them that even when they leave the house, they're still very much family.
Family to me means love, you know, and I think that I felt like that before I worked on the show, and that's why I responded to the material as much as I did. But if anything, it's just being on the show and working with the people that I get to work with, it's just reinforced that. I mean, everyone on the show is so beautiful, and I consider Terry and Sherry to be my moms, and, you know, Sierra is absolutely like my little sister. You know, I don't have immediate family out here, and so I have definitely found a family with these guys, and so, you know, family isn't black and white, and it's not. There's no structure to it, that it can be whatever, it just has to be bound by love, and I think the show really represents that.
If Jude had to pick between his foster family that he's just now adopted to and Callie, I think he would choose Callie. I think that he wants to be with Callie no matter what, no matter where they are. You know, he's been in horrible homes, and I'm sure that they've said that he could be in a good home if, you know, he was to be by himself, and I'm sure he's given up, you know, a lot of stuff to be with his sister, because, you know, that's all he's ever had. You know, he's happy with his sister. That's who he wants to be with, and that's where he wants to be. So, I mean, he loves the Fosters. He thinks that they're a great family, but I definitely think he wants to be where Callie is.
You know, for me, I just have, like, completely empathized with Callie, and so I just want her to just get it together and just be, like, solid and have a consistent situation.
I mean, I feel like it's a typical teenage love story, you know, two people who really have strong feelings for one another, but something is keeping them apart. I definitely think that it's a very kind story and it's a very sweet story, and I definitely think that them together makes Callie and Brandon very happy. You know, they seem very happy together, and I definitely think no matter what, Jude would want his sister to be happy and want to be with him. But I don't know. I think it's a nice idea.
Callie and Brandon are the most dominant couple on the show, in my opinion. And although they're not a couple yet, we would like to see more of that happen this next season.
Well, you know, what I think about the Brandon-Callie relationship, it's hard for me not to remove Mike's perspective. And I think Mike's perspective would be that Brandon end up with someone where the relationship is less complicated and less difficult and less emotionally challenging. You know, I think as a parent, you want your kid to end up with somebody that's easy and nice and all works out well, and that wouldn't be Callie.
And I mean, the romantic in me does believe that they can be together and she can feel like she has a family with the Fosters. But I mean, as a 16-year-old, that's quite a complex kind of dynamic to have to deal with, and so.
I mean, it seems like Brandon and Callie have kind of been going back and forth and like who wins in the drama field right now. But Callie has she's a little more confused, I think, right now than Brandon. Brandon's kind of like experiencing the shell shock of everything that just happened to him, and he's sort of having to pick up the pieces. Whereas Callie, there are elements that are just now being introduced that I think will kind of stretch out farther. I think Brandon's gonna get to a better place faster than Callie will.
You know, but I mean, families aren't traditional. There's no, you know, kind of grid anymore, you know, and so I think that they could be together, and I think that she could treat Mariana and Jesus as brothers and sisters, and the parents as parents, you know, but I think that they could also be together, you know. I mean, I don't see it as black and white as what it's being portrayed, but, you know, it's all, you know, depends on what Callie feels and where her heart is, and right now she's just focusing on the family, so I completely get that too.
You do, because you're committed. That's your family.
So, if I had to choose someone from the cast to adopt into my own family, I think Maya. I mean, Maya is, you know, she's really cool. She's really kind. She's, you know, I've just worked with her on, you know, being her brother on camera. You know, you really start to bond and connect with someone. David is also a very cool kind of guy, and I definitely think that, you know, he's very smart and very sophisticated and very calm and collected, and I think it'd be cool to have an older brother who was like that, you know, someone you could watch and observe and see how they act and see what to and what not to do.
The cast member that I would want to adopt would probably have to be Hayden Byerly, because he is just the cutest thing. I just want to put him in my pocket, and he's just like a 40-year-old man trapped in a 13-year-old's body. Honestly, like, I just love him. I would probably adopt him.
There's so many fun memories, and we hang out, you know, offset too, so having to choose between someone I'm gonna adopt that I work with, it might have to be David Lambert. David Lambert, make it very, very, he would be somebody that would be funny for that.
If I could adopt one of the cast members from the show into my actual family, I think I would adopt Danny Nucci. Because that would make me laugh every day. And no, we have a great time on set. I don't know. I think Danny is the one I could probably bear the most for long periods of time. We love each other.
Oh, that's a tough question. Which actor would I want to? I mean, I'd want to adopt all of them. I mean, it's just a great crew, man. We're really lucky. It's a great crew.